Hello, hello. It is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Wellness Astrology. This time for the moon in Capricorn. This is November 5th through the 7th. And so the good news is this is the moon in Capricorn, but we're already all riled up, stirred up, definitely reactive, definitely there's a lot going on. The good news is, though, this moon in Capricorn could provide a bit of stability because it's an earth moon. The moon's not as emotional here in Capricorn. That could be a good thing. It could also be a really bad thing because Mars is now in Leo. Mercury is in Sagittarius. He's going to enter his pre-retrograde shadow. So for those of you with mutable signs, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo, also for those of you sensitive to Mercury stationing, either retrograde or stationing direct, you're going to want to be attentive over the next few weeks as Mercury prepares to go retrograde in Sagittarius. That'll be during Sagittarius season, so we won't be in it for a while, but we're in the pre-retrograde shadow, meaning things that come up from now until November 25th are going to be things that we're going to be talking about from now until probably mid-December. I haven't looked up the date to see when he leaves shadow, but and we also have Mars in his pre-retrograde shadow. So again, things that have been coming up since September, what was it, October 7th, that Mars entered his pre-retrograde shadow. So the thing about this moon in Capricorn is there's nothing new, but there are things still at play. And I've talked about it so many times, like, we're what now we're within 12 days. Is it 12? 10, 11, 12. 12 days of Pluto in Aquarius. We're months away from Neptune changing signs, Saturn changing signs, Jupiter changing signs, and Uranus changing signs in that order. And so we're months away from a lot of big change. So these two personal planets going retrograde, Mercury and Mars preparing to go retrograde, will kind of pull you back because we're in preparation mode, which means we could be a bit more introspective. That's the word, introspective. We could be a bit more focused on our own stuff. And what I'm going to tell you is the same thing I've been saying, that self-discovery stuff that I've talked about for the last couple of years, like being able to, focus on, listen, here's a personal, I started writing a book in 2020, and I just pulled it out of my files the other day thinking I'm going to finish editing it and send it off to the publisher at the beginning of 2025. And when I went in, I was like, oh, I love the book. I don't like all of the verbiage that I used. So now it's like going back in and going through and changing the wording so it's more reader friendly and not so Sarah coachy, almost jargony friendly. Plus I'm in the middle of writing my second book. So I've got a lot going on. And if you check my community section here on YouTube, you can probably find how to get into the weekly writers circle I'm hosting from November 5th through December 17th. And so you can email me for that. That information is over in the community section of my YouTube channel. But my point in saying that is that we're being prepared, right? We're like an author or an artist that's preparing for their opening act, right? Or their exhibition or the publication, right? There's this preparation process that we're all moving through right now. So if you're like, damn it, it's just one piece of the is missing, and the piece that's missing is you being prepared for the change that's coming. Now, the change that's coming, don't be intimidated by it. You're given this time by the universe to prepare yourself for it, to clear things away, to set boundaries, to be clear of your mission, to be clear of your goals, your intentions, and to prepare yourself, your physical body. When we step up or up level in life, our nervous system has to go through an adjustment. Our physical body, our mental capacities have to go through an adjustment. because we're going somewhere that we haven't been before, or we're in a different version of ourselves that's going somewhere it's never been before. So not only are you getting to know, there's this whole process when you enter a new version of yourself of getting to know that new version, like, oh, I don't know how she responds. I don't know how she would like this. How does she like this? Does she appreciate this? Is she just like not okay with this? Like getting to know that new version of yourself, and what that new version needs, and what that new version requires, right? And so that's the beauty of the Scorpio season, is it's kind of allowing us to take that time to be like, to say no, to set boundaries, to communicate what you need, how it needs to be done, and get specific. Stop with this vague, well, I kind of need some time. No, I need time to write. I need time to work on this project. I need time to do this. I need you to take care of that, kind of thing. My third eye is itching like a mofo, so I must be on to something. um, and so with this moon in Capricorn, this is an earth sign. So connect, feel into your solar plexus, your solar plexus, your power source, your gut, and feel into how it feels when you take a deep breath into your gut. How does that feel when you do that? How does that feel in your body when you take that deep breath into your gut? Because that's going to say a lot about your personal power. If you're struggling to take a breath into your gut, there may be some resistance there, right? There could be some fear, some unsettledness, whatnot. So be attentive to your physical body as we move through this, because many of us, myself included, are really not prepared yet. And so if you're like, something's missing, some piece of my project, some piece of my launch, some piece of my writing, some piece of my where I'm going next, if you're relocating, some piece of how my family is going to come together, some piece of how I'm going to have a family, some piece of my husband needs a job, I need a job, the finances need, some piece is missing, but some piece, the piece you're not ready for yet. And I don't mean this in like a degrading, I mean that you're given this opportunity to be prepared. So take it. Take this time. Don't worry about who's leading, who won the election, or if anybody did. I'm obviously recording this well before the elections. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't really care, to be honest with you. As an astrologer, from an objective astrology point of view, whoever wins on the 5th is not going to matter by even maybe as early as December. Whoever wins is not going to matter by April, because when it comes down to it, the people who are the more focused on themselves, their goals, their intentions, it doesn't matter who's leading the greater collective. What matters is you being your own leader in your own way and whatnot. And this is our last lunation with Pluto in Capricorn. So this is our last moment of the moon conjunct Pluto in 29 Capricorn. So there could be some stuff coming up for you around your own personal leadership and your own personal authority, especially now that Mars has moved into Leo. Because now he is no longer opposite Pluto in Capricorn. It's an out of sign opposition because the energy is still there, but it's not exact anymore, and it's not in cardinal signs. Now we've got Capricorn, the cardinal sign, and Leo, the fixed sign, but Leo is fire. Cancer was a lot calmer. The water, it was more emotional. Now we're not feeling as much. Now we're just kind of standing our ground. But what I feel like, I feel like there's a whole like stand your ground in a way that is personally supportive and not to the detriment of others, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what's up with this tarot. So yeah, if you want a wellness astrology consultation, sun, moon, rising, if you would like to join the writer's circle, that information's in my community section. And of course, all the links to book with me and whatnot are in the usual places below this video. So if you would like to book the wellness astrology session or any other session, you certainly may. Queen of Starships in reverse. Ooh, the emotional instability. Yeah, we're not, many people are not okay. Many people are feeling not okay. Um, Many people are feeling insecure. Many people are probably feeling unsafe or holy shit, what happens next, right? And it doesn't matter who the fuck side you voted for. I really don't care. It doesn't matter because the way this collective, the way this nation is right now, the other side thinks that you're evil anyway. So we need to stop that. We need to cut that crap out because none of us is evil. Well, powers that be might be, but your neighbor is not evil just because they support the other side. Your family members that support the other are not necessarily evil. So but there's definitely the emotional unrest that is going to continue to build as we move forward, especially once we get Mercury in retrograde on the 25th and Mars stations retrograde early on in December. We are definitely going to face a lot more emotional unrest and instability. There's also going to be a lot of mental, like mental illness type stuff. So, check in on your people, check in on your friends, make sure everybody's okay. And get support where you need it. Get support. Get support. It's all going to be okay. It may not have gone the way you wanted it to go or the way you thought it was going to go, or you're terrified of who won or who they're saying won currently, because who won on the 5th may not be who's in there by January, right? Lots of shit can go down between now and then. My point is that if you're feeling not okay, get support. Get a therapist, get a coach. Coach particularly because here's the thing that coaching can provide that to me psychotherapy did not. I'm not discounting psychotherapy. Don't take it that way. If you need a therapist, go get a therapist. I get it. I've done both. But coaching for me helped me break up with my victimhood and helped me to not be a victim to the circumstances. And an election is the circumstance. And so get support where you need it. All right, what else we got here? Um, oh boy. The Devil in Reverse. I've said this before about this card, and I feel it every time I see this card in reverse. This to me just speaks of who you think is the evil one is not the evil one, and who you think is not the evil one is the evil one, right? It's almost like we are not able or open to seeing where the true evil lies, or where the true darkness really lies. We're not open to seeing that because we are oh my gosh, I said this the other day in a comment on somebody's Instagram, on another astrologer's Instagram post. People have gotten so blind, and I mean that metaphorically, because people have gotten so blind that they are not able to see that we all want the same thing. But people are looking at oh, they don't want that. They're evil. They support that. They support that. They support that. But if you really pull back and look at it and examine it, we all want the same thing. It's just that each side or each perspective is so blind, they are unable to see that we all want the same damn thing. Okay? So metaphorically, there is if you drive, you understand this. Obviously, if you're legally blind, you understand this. If but we all have a blind spot, right? We all have a blind spot. It's actually the center of your macula, in case you wanted to know the physiology. It's the center of your macula that's your blind spot. It's the place in your car where there's a support pole support thingy to hold I don't know what it's called, to hold your windows in place, to hold your doors in place. Those are your blind spots. And you have to like look around to see, is there anybody behind me? Is there anybody to the side of me? You got to adjust your mirrors so you can see, oh, that guy was standing right there with his groceries. Glad I didn't reverse. That's what I'm saying about this time and space, is many people have gotten so blind that all they can see is that the other side is dark or evil, when in reality, we all want the same thing, but the other side's not willing to see that or each side is not willing to see that they both want the same thing. I hope that makes sense. Leave it to me to have a blind metaphor, eh? Let's see what's up with the dark magic, magick. Gotta say it every time because dark magic with a K is actually shadow work. All right, let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. I hope y'all are doing great. I am actually doing great. I'm in a whirlwind of life right now and kind of just embracing where it all is and where it all is going. Um oh, we got the mountain. I don't think I've drawn this one yet. You are supported. Well, yes. Ooh, look at this artwork. Can y'all see that? I love the artwork on this deck. It's all like, it's kind of mysterious. Um, you are supported. You have the universe supporting you, God, source, universe. You have the planets supporting you. Planets are opening up something for you. And I know that's hard to see right now, but or hard to understand or hard to have that perspective, but it is true. It is happening. It may not feel it in this moment, but release. Again, let go, unclench your fist. If you're clenched up like this, you're clenching up your arm, you're clenching up your shoulders, you're clenching up your jaw. First of all, open your teeth so that your jaw can relax. Release your shoulders, let them drop. If you have to, take your bra off because that helps you chill out too. Unclench your fist and lay your palms out. Stretch your hands out. Do some like pulling your fingers back to stretch your hands out so you can like really release and let it go. And then sit back like you're on a, a raft or a tube, inner tube. Sit back and relax and let the flow of the water carry you. You're going to be okay. You're well supported. All right, that's this moon in Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do feel free to hit the like button, drop a comment, even if you say just here to support the algorithm. I'm cool with that. But say hi and tell me how things are going. And I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye for now.